Kia ora. Well, it was a very wet start to the week across those southern parts of the North Island. Huge amounts of rainfall across parts of the northern areas of Wellington towards the Kapiti Coast and up towards the Hutt Valley. You can see on these charts this front continues to drape itself across those lower parts of the North Island as we head through the rest of the daytime. So there are still some severe weather warnings in place for those lower parts of the North Island, particularly through the Wellington region up in towards the Tauranga Range, but also this rainfall feeding in towards the Taranaki area. And there is also a heavy rain warning in place for the mountain itself, but also a watch for the wider Taranaki area. Head along to the Met Service website for the latest information on those severe weather watches and warnings. As we head on in towards the night time and overnight in towards tomorrow, we can see we've got this next area of wet weather out over the Tasman Sea. That pushes closer towards us and brings a bit of a wet start today across these western parts of the country as we head in towards those early hours of Tuesday morning. That rainfall pushing again on towards those western areas of the South Island. So places like Buller, we also have a severe weather watch for you. Some more heavy rainfall in store as we head in towards Tuesday, with that rain pushing in from that western side. Now, a fair covering of cloud overnight, some pretty warm air over us across the North Island means our nighttime temperatures as we head in towards those early hours of Tuesday across the North Island, very much in double figures for most of us. Some clearer skies and some colder temperatures though down in the far southern parts of Canterbury and towards Southland, with temperatures in Invercargill down to about 2 degrees Celsius to start the day on Tuesday. Looking at Tuesday though, you can see as the low pressure runs across the country, bringing that wet weather across the North Island, clearing skies behind it, but we'll still keep hold of more showers and spells of rain on towards the western facing coast, so places like Buller, and also up in towards Taranaki, even the risk of some thunderstorms around those western areas through the night time. But I think we will find an improving story on the eastern side of the country, places like Hawke's Bay and Gisborne, once the rain clears away first thing, and some clearer skies back in the far south to end the day. For the North Island note, we'll start off with a fair bit of cloud across us. This rain runs across from the west as we head through the morning time. 1 or 2 heavier falls not out of the question there, running towards the Bay of Plenty by about lunchtime, and then clearing off a little bit as we head through towards the afternoon. You can see some clearer skies back in towards Auckland for the afternoon, and perhaps in towards Wellington as well. Further north though, up in towards the Kapiti Coast, up towards Horowhenua, Wanganui and Taranaki, will keep hold of more showers as we head through the night time. And I think we are going to find 1 or 2 sharp ones there, perhaps even the odd rumble of thunder not out of the question for parts of, say, Taranaki. So we are all looking at a bit of a wet story for a time, but some clearer skies back towards places like the Bay of Plenty by the end of the day and into the evening. In terms of our temperatures on the North Island, highs in Auckland of around about 17 degrees Celsius, and in Wellington, 15 degrees. Down on the South Island, well, we start off with that rainfall pushing in towards, but remember we have got that severe weather watch out for heavy rainfall through there, raining towards Nelson and Marlborough as well. By the time we head in towards lunchtime, a bit of a clearer spot through those northern areas, but more showers push back in from the west. And we'll find showers making their way northwards through parts of Otago and eventually in towards those southern parts of Canterbury by the end of the day. But places like Christchurch, a cloudy start, but things improving as you go through the daytime. By the evening time, you might find an odd shower runs towards you as well. In terms of our temperatures, highs in Christchurch, 18 degrees Celsius. Over the next few days, we're back into northwesterlies. So on this eastern side of the country, we're going to find some pretty warm temperatures for the time of year. Out towards that western coast, a bit more cloud and highs here of only 15 degrees Celsius for places like Hokitika as we head through the daytime. On in towards Wednesday, well, you can see we still have that low pressure clearing away, so still some showers across the North Island. Drier, clearer skies down south, but you can see these strengthening northwesterlies pushing back in towards places like Milford Sound by the end of the day. And more cloud and wet weather as we head through to the end of the day on Wednesday, and into Thursday that rainfall moves further northwards, accompanied by some pretty brisk winds as well. So a pretty mobile and unsettled looking week ahead of us, but at least the temperatures, especially on this eastern side, are very warm for the time of year. That's it from me. This is from metservice.com.